My name is Daria, and welcome to Scrum Master video series where I give you practical tips on how to build awesome teams. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how do you start working with a new team in a Scrum Master role. When you start with a new team, there are certain things that make more sense than anything else. So a Scrum Master role obviously have certain things that you should focus on, such as coaching and facilitation, but there is one very important thing that you need to do first before you make any improvements into the current processes. What do you mean? As a Scrum Master, I need to help my team improve, but the most important thing is actually understand the history of a team rather than jump in and start to move things around. Because usually this is something that normally doesn't work. So you would need to find a good approach of how to help the team improve without being too pushy. So usually when you start with a new team as a Scrum Master, you would want to spend some time just observing the team and just participating in their discussions, in their sprint events and other meetings if they're happening, to see what's going on. This will help you understand things like team dynamics, and this will help you understand why certain things and certain decisions were made regarding the team's processes. For example, let's imagine that the team is not doing stand-ups every day, they're only doing it on Mondays and Fridays. Usually as a Scrum Master, you come in and you say, you know what, this is not right, this is not how it's supposed to work, we need to have stand-ups every single day. Now when you come in with this kind of idea, you don't really know why a certain decision was made. It's only by observing them, by talking with people, will you be able to understand. Now, it doesn't mean that it should be your only thing. One of the things that really helps me understand the team dynamics and the team processes is to have one-on-ones, quick chats with each single team member separately. Because sometimes you can really help people open up when they're having a discussion with you. And especially it will help you build relationships with everyone. You will see that on each team you will have some stronger team members and some less vocal and quiet team members. And one-on-ones is your chance to be able to hear everyone's opinion. And I think the last thing that I would say is silence is something that is very important at the first 2 weeks of when you're starting working with a new team. So what does it mean? When you come into different sprint ceremonies with the team, or you're just sitting with the team in the team area, you might overhear things or you might see things that don't make sense, and you want to jump in and you want to give suggestions and ideas for the team to improve, or just your opinions about the different things that they're doing right now. And at the beginning, you should not. Your first and foremost thing is listening and just making some conclusions for yourself for the future of how will you be able to approach different ceremonies and improvements, such as retrospectives. When you are silent and when you do not offer opinions at the beginning, it builds up your credibility with the team because they see that you're willing to listen and understand before you start making any suggestions and changes. So those were the 3 things that I usually like to do when I start off with a new team, because they really help me understand the team and they really help me think about what approach and what practices would work best in this particular situation, because as we all know, there is no one perfect solution for everyone, and you always need to think of what is the best solution right now in this particular case. As always, I hope you learned something new about the Scrum Master role and Agile in general. Now, I want to hear from you. Think about this. What would be the very first thing you would do or say when you join a new team as a Scrum Master? Let's look at the other side of the coin, as what would be the one thing that you would never do when you join a new Scrum team? Now head down to scrummaster.com and leave a comment under the video, because I want to have discussion and to know what do you really think about this topic. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Cheers and Scrum on!